Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo. Peekaboo! I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in the fall of 2022. The album launch, the concert, the tour, the comedy roast. You know the drill. Drill? Dad. AF. Rock on, gold dust, shimmy, shimmy. Hey, little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm sure hard to handle now. Yes, I am. Boost! Every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn. I could just sing all day today. Yo, Janet, I'm about to get this. You want this, but do you really think that you can get this? At first you dissed us, now you want to kiss us. Tell them, girls, too late, you missed this. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Okay, let's get, whoo! That was my workout today. Okay, let's get into today's video. This is going to be all over the place. I know many of you that watch my videos on a regular basis are probably thinking to yourself, Peter, what's new with that? Well, this is really all over the place today, and I really haven't planned much out for this video. I just wanted to get into a video. I wanted to make a video, and I do have some things I want to talk about. I want to talk about Manny Mua and how he got a little shady, okay? I gotta pull in the reins, Manny. Gotta pull in the reins. And since I'm speaking of Manny, let me put on a little lip gloss. When your lips are dry as mine, then it's Luna Beauty time. Now, y'all know I use Manny's exclusively. I don't use none of that Jeffree Star crap, okay? I don't. I heard allegedly it makes your lips rot off. But anyway, no, I'm just joking. But anyway, yak. I heard there might be some yak meat in it or something. But anyway, yakety yak and don't talk back. I exclusively use the Lunar Beauty Celine lip gloss. It is my favorite lip gloss of life. And I have been using lip gloss since I was, let's see, about 6 years old when I was playing baseball with the kids in the neighborhood. Cul-de-sac. So, I think I am an expert when it comes to lip gloss. I've been using lip gloss longer than Manny's even been alive. Alright, so we're going to talk today about how Manny got a little bit shady. Okay, a little shady. This is Peter being a little sarcastic because it was kind of funny what he said, but at the same time I was like, girl, don't even start with me. Okay, so, and then I also want to talk about deaf noodles, but before I do, I feel like I feel like I need to say this before people are kind of like confused about what a new direction that I'm going to take on this channel. And if you watch my videos, like this is where you don't ever say what you're going to do with the channel, because then when you don't do it, people are like, well, whatever happened to that, and whatever happened to this, and whatever, right? Well, life happens and things change. So, a couple weeks ago, I came out in a video and I said, on this channel, and I said that I wanted to start doing some different things over here. Not tons, like I still want to do the YouTube drama and the pop culture drama, and I still want to do Q&As ad nauseum because I love to talk about myself. But, you know, I wanted to do the same things, but I wanted to add some things over here, and I talked about how I wanted to maybe, like, do a, like, in-depth kind of look at the tragic life of Tawny Katane, or like what had happened to Roseanne Connor or Roseanne Barr, you know, and all of that. I wanted to talk about some different things over here, and that is still probably going to happen, okay? I just have to figure out how it works for me. Like, I'm just not somebody that, like, reads from a script and, like, that feels natural to me. Like, if it doesn't feel natural to me, then I feel like other people aren't going to enjoy it. So I have to kind of figure out how that's going to work for me, right? But I was sitting here thinking the other night about all of my channels and what I want to do differently with them, and just kind of switching some things up, and some things I'm going to switch and some things I'm not going to. But I was thinking about the fact that I watch so many TV shows, and this is something that's kind of new to me, because if you used to watch my vlog back in the day, I would say I cannot sit in one space long enough to binge watch TV show, and I was always kind of jealous of my husband of that. But I am now binge watching TV shows like nobody's business. In fact, I keep a list on my notes, okay, of 2022 watched TV shows, and I have currently watched 37 shows this year, okay? I will tell you the shows quickly that I have watched. Bridgerton, From, The Lincoln Lawyer, Candy, The Thing About Pam, The Sinner Season 1, Under the Banner of Heaven, Euphoria, Life and Beth, Severance, Heartstopper, Shining Girls, Pieces of Her, Night Sky, The Deep End, Stranger Things, Legendary, The Staircase, Keeper of the Ashes, Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey, The Perfect Mother, First Kill, The Unsolved Murder of Beverly Lynn Smith, Yellow Jackets, Hacks, Victoria's Secret, Angels and Demons, The Murdoch Murders, The Old Man, Ken and Barbie Killers, The Most Hated Man on the Internet, RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Legends, The Ultimate Girls Trip Season 2, Blackbird, Flowers in the Attic, The Origin, Uncoupled, Boo Bitch, and I just finished I Just Killed My Dad. So, and now did I start something? Oh, now I'm catching up on Dubai. If you'd like to know the shows that I'm currently watching, hold on a second, TV shows I'm watching, because I keep a list of that as well. And I also keep a list of all of the next shows that I'm going to watch, of which there are 34. The TV shows I'm currently watching are Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Dubai, Loot, Only Murders in the Building, Canada's Drag Race, Pretty Little Liars, and RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. So I'm having to catch up on Dubai because it's the most boring franchise of the Real Housewives ever. But last night I watched like 3 episodes in a row and I kind of got interested in it, okay? So as you can see, I am highly interested in TV shows. And I'm trying to kind of like figure out where I think that belongs in talking about TV shows. You know, there's whole channels that are dedicated to talking about the Real Housewives franchise. So I thought, well, maybe I would do a little bit of that over here. There's entire, you know, channels that are dedicated to RuPaul's Drag Race. We don't have one right now, but maybe when we do, I'll do a little bit of that over here. And then I thought, you know, like or a series, like limited edition series, like the Teal Swan, The Deep End. I want to do an entire video just about that. I want to do an entire video just talking about the Victoria's Secret Angels and Demons, because I think those are important shows to talk about. So I'm going to start making some videos about different TV shows over here. They will be full of spoilers and you won't want to watch them if you haven't watched the shows. So I just wanted to say that before we get into everything else. All right. What should I talk about first? Should I talk about Manny? Manny? Or should I talk about Deaf Noodles? Let's talk about Deaf Noodles for a second. Okay. I'm just going to kind of wing this. So here's the thing. I think we all know by this point that the entire internet is coming for Dennis. Dennis, who is Deaf Noodles, right? And I have received a lot of messages from people. I wouldn't say an overwhelming amount, but I would say enough. From people saying, why haven't you talked about Dennis? You know, blah, 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 whatever, and all this kind of stuff. And even like in a video like a week ago, I kind of like mentioned him and like credited something I had seen on his Twitter. At that point, I just have to tell you guys, I really, having been around, okay, we are like 3 weeks shy of me having been on doing drama for 6 years. I really try to just kind of stay in my lane. I mean, when I say that in videos, I'm not joking. Like, I really, truly mean that, right? So I don't really pay attention a lot to what's going on. I pay attention a lot. I pay attention enough just to kind of know that something is going on, but I don't really know specifically, like, the details, right? So I got on that video. People were like, ooh, like, Peter is like, you know, whatever. So I started looking into this stuff because people were saying Peter's like sending people in Dennis's direction. Does he really even know what's going on? And no, I did not at the time. And so I want to apologize for that, okay? I also had no clue who Papa Gut was. And have looked into it and have started watching videos. I've started watching drama commentary videos. I've started watching Adam McIntyre's videos a little bit about some of this stuff going on and other people's videos to kind of try to educate myself. If you guys want me to get in a video, okay, once I have watched enough of the videos from other people and Dennis and everybody else to give I feel like an educated response to what is going on with him, I am more than happy to do that. I don't like to get in videos when I don't really know what I'm talking about, okay? And to be honest with you, I kind of feel like it's negligent. And so when people were like pushing me, talk about this, talk about this, talk about this, I was like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't really understand it. Like, I know he got called out for saying that he was in his 20s when he's actually in his late 30s, okay? And if you want me to tell you what I think about that, I saw that he came out and he said that his agent What major movies and TV shows have you done, Dennis? Because I wasn't aware that you were being cast in a bunch of stuff. But he said his agent had told him to age himself down so that he could get younger roles. Now, I do know, having had a lot of friends that have worked in the industry for 20, 30 years, okay, that is true. I have a friend of mine that she was major model, major model, okay? And, she couldn't even get cast in stuff like at 24 because they were telling her that she needed to age herself down. So I do know that that is true. What I think the issue is to people with that, right, is that he completely flat out lied about it, okay? And now, this is my issue with it, is that now that he's come out and he has acknowledged the fact that he is 37 years old and whatever, he's also like, with other people, he also was ageist towards them and was making fun of their ages as well. And so it's like, okay, you knew you were older, you were acting like you were younger, and you were making fun of people for their age as well, right? And now, this is my whole thing. This is my thing with Dennis or anybody else, okay? And it's like, just accept the fact that you did something wrong, admit to it, and move on. You don't have to constantly make a joke of it. And so it's like every single day, like I noticed today he posted something and he was like, me at 52, my haters at 19. It's like, and he showed a picture with his shirt off. It's like every single day, he's got to egg this on and keep this up, whatever, okay? And I know, that's God talk. It just started raining. But I know that, like, to Dennis, well, first of all, one of the things that's very interesting to me is that Dennis is, like, preaching about how he is changing his channel and he's doing this huge, he acts like he's this huge machine on YouTube, right? That he's going to have these huge roasts and he has this staff that's working for him. I looked at his numbers, okay? I made very similar numbers to Dennis at one point. I don't know how he's paying this huge cast of characters that he has, quite frankly, okay? I don't know who is investing in somebody that's getting 30,000 views a video. Personally, that just doesn't make any sense to me. If Dennis were pulling 1 million views a video, I could understand that. I could understand an entire staff of people working for him or whatever. But I think he kind of has this illusion of what he wants everybody to think is going on, and that doesn't seem like that's really reality to me. Based on what I see, okay? Based on what I see. What I see is somebody ruining their career and using the fact that, or using this kind of, hiding behind this ideology that they're changing what they're doing on their channel. Because if you look at his channel, he really isn't changing anything. And this was kind of something that he and Adam McIntyre got into. I listened to the live stream where Adam was confronting him about stuff, and he was like, yeah, but you say you're changing Adam was like saying, you say you're changing the content of what you do, but you haven't really changed it yet, and as of today, he still hasn't changed it, because I just looked at his channel, and Dennis was like, well, I can't change right away, because my audience that's there, like, they still want to see those videos. Well, then you don't really want to change, because it's your channel, and it's up to you, so do what you want to do. If you want to change your content, change your content. And those people that decide to stay will stay. And those people that don't, won't. Okay? For example, I'm going to start doing some TV reviews over here because I like talking about the Real Housewives. Those people that want to watch me talking about the Real Housewives will probably watch those videos. Those that don't, won't. Okay? Thank you. I mean, I appreciate you watching any of my videos out there. But to act like there's this whole kind of like concocted, like there's this whole machine behind this business plan of what we're doing, and we're bigger than the internet and all this, it's just, it almost kind of comes across, quite frankly, as a little pathetic, okay? And, you know, you want to talk to me about this one-on-one, I'm more than willing to talk about it with you. But I'll tell you what it looks like to me, okay? It looks to me as somebody that is ruining their career that they have worked very, very hard for them. Very, very hard for. And I'm just so confused by this, you know? And there's a lot of people that have an issue with this age thing, you know? And I think that for many, many different reasons. But I think that, you know, it's to perpetuate that kind of like whatever, it's just like it's coming from all these different angles, and this is why I didn't really want to talk about it, you guys, because I really don't understand it all completely fully, you know? I know that he came for this Papa Gut, and it was like these horrible things that he said and whatever, but like I don't fully understand all that yet, so I want to watch the videos and fully understand that. Because I want to be fair to the players that are involved, right? But it's like, I don't know how you're getting up every single day and you're telling yourself that you're recreating your career when to everybody else, it looks like you're literally killing your career, right? And you're okay with that. I don't know, you know, but is this one of your jokes? Because I watched some of your stand-up and I didn't think it was that good. So is this one of your jokes we're supposed to get? You know, is this like you singing those lyrics on stage? I don't get it. Like, I'm slow to jokes anyway. So if this is like a joke, like if this is like a performance art joke of like you killing your career and we're all supposed to laugh, I don't get it, okay? The joke is missed on me. I'm clueless. But anyway, I will come back and I will watch this stuff, and sometime next week I will do a full report on Dennis the Menace, and I will let you guys know what I think. I mean, I don't know what else to say, you guys. I really don't. Like, so many people have asked, and I'm just like, I don't really know what to say. I don't feel fully informed, you know? So anyway, all right. Okay, so let's get into the Manny Mua thing. So this was on his Instagram story last night. Manny put up this video, and on his Instagram, was it on his Instagram story or was it on his, yeah, it was on his Instagram story. And it was him talking about this guy that he saw when he was like walking, or he was driving, and he saw this guy that was running down the street. And he started looking at the guy from like, well, here, I'll let Manny tell it to you.
I got questions. I got some questions. So I'm driving right now. I look over and there's this guy walking and he's shirtless. And I look over because the body is sickening, let me tell you. The body is snatched. It's as if it's like a 22-year-old tan surfer, six-pack, nice chest, the whole fantasy. It is like the body that launched 1,000 ships. I get up to his face because I finally traveled up, you know, started from the bottom, now we're here. And he's like 50 years old. Fully gray hair, 50 years old. 55 maybe. He's pushing 60. I want to know how his body is so young looking, but his face is not. I was so confused. So of course I think SPF. He doesn't apply SPF, he's doomed. But I'm like, that doesn't make sense because his body is still young. Like, I'm just like, I'm confused.
So there you go. That's what Manny had to say. Now, I won't say I was personally attacked or anything, even though I just turned 50, and I like to kick. I'm 50 and I like to kick. I won't say that I was personally offended or anything like that, even though y'all know that I have, you know, the body of God as I'm running down the street. We all know that's not a good joke. That's another bad joke. Anyway, I just was kind of like, when I saw this, I was like, girl, seriously. Now, let me tell you what I have to say about this, okay? You know, when I turned 30, let me tell a little story time here, okay? You know, when I turned 30, I was like kind of afraid of turning 30 because there was like this TV show that was out and stuff like that. And when I was growing up, and it was called 30-something, and my mom and I used to watch it back in the day. Oh, some of you know it out there. See, I'm already talking about TV shows on this channel. So anyway, my mom and I, we used to watch this TV show, and it was called 30-something. It was with all these couples, and they were like married, and they all had partners, and they were married, and they all had partners, and they were in love, and some of them were divorced, finding new partners, and they were in love, and things like that, right? Okay, so love and partnership was real important to them. So, so when I turned 30, I was like, oh, hell's bells. Like, I'm 30, and I'm like, you know, like, I got to get into a relationship or something, you know? And so anyway, but like, I thought when I turned 30 that like my life would kind of like hit me in the face, and I would be like, oh my God, you're 30. Like, you're dirty 30. Like, your life is over, right? Nothing happened. Nothing happened to me. But then I turned 31, and it was like, boom. It was like, damn, okay? Like, you don't have the house with the picket fence, you don't have the husband, you don't have the kids, you don't have none of this stuff you're supposed to have at 31. And the only reason that I bring this up, okay, about having love in your life and having a relationship and things like that at 31, since we're talking about Manny shading somebody that's 50, is because Manny is 31. So I just want to say to Manny, okay, while you're over here shading all of us old men that still look pretty good and we're 50 and we like to kick, Why don't you get busy working on trying to get yourself a man, girl? Okay? You don't worry about us out there. I had to throw Manny some shade. Man, Manny and Laura, they have done a really good job, I will say this. You know, when we talk about drama on the internet, I actually was going to do this whole video about Jeffree Star today, but I have to watch about 15 videos to do the video. And I just didn't feel like doing the research today. But, you know, I have to say that I feel like Manny and Laura, you want to talk about reinventing yourself, and you want to talk about changing up your channel and things like that. You know, like Laura does a lot of videos that are like vlogging videos and things like that, and with Tyler, her husband, and her niece Erin and things like that. And I love to watch both Manny and Laura's Instagram stories. You know, Laura was like at home the other day shopping for Erin's her dorm room, and she had this like Halloween thing that she was buying that was like this sign and stuff, and that is relatable to me, okay? Jaclyn Hill getting in a video or on a tweet and saying, don't you just love grocery shopping, and you know, oh, pooping, we all have to do it, it sucks, right? Like, that's not relatable to me. That's like somebody that is trying to be relatable, but they don't really get it. But like, I feel like Laura and Manny are very relatable, and so, you know, I don't know. Do I feel like the comment that he made was a little ageist? It was a little ageist. It was a little rude. It was a little bit, hey, listen, okay? You know, it's hard. I will say this. The thing that bothered me about it the most was not personal. It was like, you know, there is this kind of whole thing about growing older within the gay community that's tough anyway. Like, listen, I can remember my best friend and I, when he's 3 years older than me, and don't think I ever let him forget it, okay? But when we were like in our early 20s, this was after I got sober, I can remember we were standing in a bar one night, OP's, they call it Greg's now, in Indianapolis. We were standing in the corner of the dance floor, and there was like this old guy that would come out every weekend, and he would like dance, and he was always like out there on the, you know, whatever. And I remember like we said to each other one night, we were like, I will never be the old man in the bar. I just won't do it. Like, to me, that's like sad, you know? And it's like the older that you get, it's like, well, where do gay men fit within the gay community, right? And listen, this is not just like something that is a joke. I mean, it is serious, you know? It's like, we don't really have a place as we get older within the gay community a little bit. And it's hard, you know, and it's hard to meet friends, and it's hard to meet people because most people have settled down or moved or whatever. So anyway, but I don't take it that serious when it comes to Manny. I know he was joking. I know it was a little joke. But I will say this about Manny and Laura, and I mention this every once in a while, but I do think that they've done a really great job of kind of like cleaning up the wreckage of their past, moving forward, not engaging in further drama, accepting that where they're at is where they're at, being happy with their own releases and their own products. I think their podcast is fantastic. I think it was a really great move. You know, I think to like have a business with somebody that you're like family or friends is not always a great idea. But I think for them, it's just such a project of love, you can tell. And so I'm real impressed with it. So anyway, I think that's it. I think that's it today. And if you guys don't want me to do the dentist video, put it in the comment section below and I won't waste my time. But if you want me to, I will, and I will research it and find out what I need to know. And if you have any videos that you think I specifically need to watch to understand the whole situation, put it in the comment section below as well. And yeah, I think that's it. So anyway, I love you guys, and I, beast, will see you tomorrow.